Hey, what's going on, everyone? I am here to give some post-game reaction to the Michigan Wolverines' 30-27 victory over the Nebraska Cornhuskers out in Lincoln, Nebraska. The Wolverines, well, this is consistent with what the pick of the game was. So somehow they managed to win the game by 3 points, which was the prediction. Give me a second here. Let me see. I'm gonna play the intro. I have a few words to say in terms of my reaction. I think my co-host is gonna come through. He might be over with Maze Madman. I don't know. But I'm gonna have a few keys to the game that I thought um, led to Michigan winning this game. And I'm gonna get my Johnny Olden on a little bit and talk about what the Wolverines did wrong. So I'll see you on the other side of the intro, and then I will jump in. Let's go blue. All right, everyone, welcome back to Big Discussions 76 Sports. My name is Dr. Anwar Yusuf Dunbar. You guys know who I am. If you don't know, I'm a Michigan alum and a Michigan sports fan. Shout out to Bo Lytle, respect is earned. Please smash that like button and also consider subscribing to the channel if you are not subscribed. So the Wolverines just defeated the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Some people like this guy right here think that Michigan got lucky and won the game. He says a little shocked it was as high scoring as it was. This is a former Michigan fan turned Buckeye fan. I will never pick the Huskers again. Yeah, so Michigan just defeated Nebraska 30-27 out in Lincoln, Nebraska. Earlier on in the week, I shared the prediction from the quote unquote experts, and they predicted that Michigan would win by 3 points. And lo and behold, Michigan won by 3 points. But it's my contention that Michigan had several self inflicted wounds. And there were some things that Michigan could have done, which could have increased that margin of victory. So I'm going to give these keys. I'm going to go over the stats, and then I'll wrap up if nobody joins me to give their 2 cents. I think the keys to this game for Michigan winning, first of all, salute to the Nebraska Cornhuskers. The pass rush, they sacked. They were in the backfield. They were in the Nebraska backfield all day long. So Jay Sean Barham, he led the charge. Derek Moore, Rayshawn Banney, all those guys were getting in the Nebraska backfield consistently. And Nebraska just could not protect Dylan Raiola. So I think that was a huge key to Michigan winning this game. Also, the tackling in space. That was a hallmark of Team 144, our beloved national championship team. Your defensive backs tackling in space. Nebraska also wasn't able to get much going on the ground. So that front seven, they were in the backfield quite a bit as well. So shout out to the defensive unit. They were a major key to this game. The running game, Justice Haynes, Jordan Marshall, and even Bryce Underwood got into the act as well. The running game was a key to this victory. And I think Justice Haynes, maybe our team MVP at this point. Him, or at least for this game, you could argue that the defense, that pass rush, is the MVP at least for this game. But Justice Haynes has consistently shown up for our team in these first 4 games. I'm going to go over the stats in a moment. And Dominic Zavada, his kicking, he had a good game today, and his kicking was part of the difference of this game. The hands team at the end of the game, particularly Kendrick Bell. Kendrick Bell fielded the ball when Nebraska went for that onside kick. So the special teams, the punting unit, the hands unit, they played a major role in this victory as well. Now, the prediction was that Michigan would win by 3 points. They did win by 3 points, but my contention is that Michigan could have won by more. Michigan could have won by more points, and Michigan arguably should have won by more points. There were some self-inflicted wounds. There were some things that Michigan did to lead to this 3-point victory. Things hopefully that they tune up as they go forward. Please smash that like button if you haven't. I think the two first quarter missed touchdown grabs, I think those were huge. Those were 2 touchdowns through the air early on that would have put Michigan up uh, uh, 24 zip, I think it was. The first one was the Samaj Morgan touchdown throw. It was a halfback toss, or it was a wide receiver toss, wide receiver throw. He just underthrew Donovan McClelly. That was he was wide open in the end zone, and he had to come back for the ball. That was that was 6 points left on the field. The other one was Bryce had Channing Goodwin fading into the corner, and Channing Goodwin just couldn't pull it in. So those were 2 scores right there that would have put Michigan up by I believe 24 points at that time. I had 10-0. I had that first quarter ending 10-0, which could be wrong. But what else? Okay, we all know. Some of you guys may not be old enough to remember NFL primetime with Chris Berman and Tom Jackson. I'm not even sure if they do that, but one of the jokes that they used to make was whenever a Hail Mary goes up, all the defense has to do is just knock the ball down. Okay. So all the Michigan defense had to do, those defensive backs, all they had to do at the end of the first half was just knock the ball down. But somehow they allowed that Nebraska wide receiver to catch the ball for that Hail Mary touchdown just before the first half. So hopefully they will know what to do in those situations going forward. So that was a major self-inflicted wound there. Again, Michigan could have won by more than 3 points. There was, I believe, a shout out to Johnny Olden. I think Wink called a zero blitz in there. He crowded 8 guys there at the line, and there was a miscommunication on the back end, and Dylan Raiola threw a touchdown pass to one of their wideouts. So Wink went for a zero blitz there. I believe that was in the third quarter. Penalties. Michigan has to fix the penalties. Brandon Hillman, I'm looking at you. That taunting thing when Michigan had done enough to get off the field. I think that was in the third quarter. That taunting penalty kept Nebraska on the field and allowed them to drive down the field for that score. So that was a self-inflicted wound that could have cost Michigan the game. Just act like you've been there before. The defense did enough to get the Nebraska offense off the field. It did enough to get itself off the field. The defense did, and that one penalty led to a score. So that was bad. And then the Shamari Earls pass interference call. You know, it's football. The kids are competing, but I noticed again. I don't know if they're teaching it these days. Defensive backs are not turning and finding the ball. They're just running. They're just running like this with their backs to the ball, and it's coming down somewhere, and they're interfering with the receiver. So those were those were a bunch of things that if Michigan had done differently, or if they had not done, I think your score is much bigger. Your margin of victory is much larger than 3 points. Um, so yeah, let me know what you guys think there in the chat, and also if you are a part of the replay gang. I'm going to go over the stats a little bit here, and then I will wrap the stream up if no one else comes to join. Let me see. Overall, though, a win is a win. It's good to start Big Ten playoff with a win versus an L. And yeah, this is something that this is a game that they survived on the road. There's the sprouts of a consistent passing game are there, and if they can just develop that passing game and just make a few more throws with the running game, you have an offense that's going to be hard to stop, even with the deficiencies on the offensive line. So let me go here. Yeah, so the Wolverines defeated the Huskers 30-27. Bryce was 12 for 22 for 105 yards. Dylan Raiola was even getting sacked all day long, even with Jay Sean Barham in the backfield with him, and Derek Moore and Rayshawn Benny and some of the other guys, TJ Guy. Dylan Raiola went 30 for 41 for 308 yards and 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. And a major chunk of that yardage was the Hail Mary throw. Okay, so if Michigan just knocks that ball down, that certainly changes the complexion of this game. Let's see, Justice Haynes carried the ball 17 times for 149 yards and 1 touchdown. Nebraska was led by Emmett Johnson on the ground with 19 carries for 65 yards. I think a key, again, to the game was the Michigan defense bottling up the Nebraska run game. Donovan McCulley caught 3 balls for 39 yards. He almost caught that touchdown pass. If Samaj Morgan had put a little bit more on the ball, then Donovan McCulley would have had more receiving yardage and he would have had a touchdown. And also, Bryce found him down the field in that second half, but he came down and the edge of his sneaker touched the out of bounds. He was out of bounds. So he could have had a more productive game. And with a few things going differently, he would have had a more productive game. But I liked what I saw from them, from the wide receiver core. Okay. The general player stats. So let's see. I went over Bryce. I went over Justice Haynes. Jordan Marshall played a big game too. He carried the ball 6 times for 80 yards and 1 touchdown. Bryce carried the ball 8 times for 1 touchdown. His touchdown came early, and that was big in terms of getting Michigan on the board. There is the link. Mr. Double M. Yeah, so it was they did it by committee today in terms of the receiving core. I would have liked to have seen Marlon Klein have a few more catches, as big as he is. They didn't load the defensive stats up here yet, but the defense arguably won this game for us because they were in the backfield all day long with Dylan Raiola. And I'm going to go to the team stats now. Dominic Zavada was perfect. Michigan generated 391 total yards. 105 of those came from the air. 286 of those came from the ground. And I have to think that as the season goes on, we're going to start to rack up more yardage through the air. So it's only going to go up from here. And Bryce needs to take a little bit more off of some of those throws when they're shorter plays, when they're shorter completions. He just needs to take a little a little bit off of those throws, and those are catchable balls in the backfield or wherever he's throwing, particularly in mid range and short in the short range. Michigan had 17 first downs compared to Nebraska's 24. Michigan went 5 for 12 for third down efficiency. Michigan didn't go for it on fourth down at any time. Michigan ran 56 total plays compared to Nebraska's 72. Both teams punted 4 times. The penalties here, that's 4 penalties for 39 yards. 2 of those penalties, I'm thinking about the Brandon Hillman penalty, was killer. That could have cost us the game, in my opinion. And Nebraska won the time of possession. But Nebraska just could not protect Dylan Raiola. And I think that was a major difference in the game. Hello, sir.
Hey, brother, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, man. Hey,
What you think?
that was a Sharon Moore's game plan.
Okay.
You could tell. You could tell that was cause that ain't what we seen last week. I know we were playing Nebraska, but we could have just steamrolled them. It was a Sharon Moore play conservative, win the game.
Okay.
But other than that, I like it was on the road. So did you notice that some of the stuff that move, bro? Some of the stuff that be going on in the game, like we was up 30-20, did it get a little fishy to you?
In terms of
Because
what?
it the spread, because it was +2 Michigan and they won by 3.
Yeah, I saw it was a 2.5, wasn't it? So to me, that's
Yeah,
that's 3 points.
So was that weird to you? Because that
You know,
for
so
the longest they Nebraska wasn't doing nothing.
okay,
After
so
we went up 30-20,
yeah.
they wasn't doing nothing. And then all of a sudden in that, I said, man, what? Because my dude texted me early. He said, should I take the +2? And I was just, I told you earlier in the week on Wednesday that I ain't making no predictions. So then I finally caved in and said, yeah, just take the +2. I was just thought it was just take the +2 if just in case it was more than that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And boom. It was like, what? Nah, bruh. Nah.
Well, Marmar,
Nah. That's crazy work.
well, Marmar,
I just learned the system, man.
they did call it accurately. I don't know if there was any fixing going on behind the scenes. It sounds like that's what you're talking about, but if Brandon Hillman doesn't commit that penalty, Michigan has another chance to score. Okay, if Samaj Morgan puts more on that ball, Donovan McCulley gets that touchdown. So there were just several plays in this game. I think Michigan should have won by more.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So I mean, you could say, okay, well, it's a strange coincidence that they won by 3, which was the exact prediction. But there were just some things there where, and they didn't knock the ball down going into
At
halftime.
all.
That was, go ahead.
That was weird.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, damn. Right before the half. Right before the half.
And I feel like there was there might have been a penalty that set that up. Or is it that Matt Rule just called the timeout?
Call a timeout.
Call the timeout, give them 1 second, and they just happen to hit that Hail Mary on with the clock expiring. But they should have known to just knock the ball down.
They did. It was just it was Aaron Rodgers all over again.
Uh
You know how many times he did that to Detroit?
Okay.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers did that too when he was at the Packers with the Detroit Lions twice. Twice. Twice.
All right.
Yeah,
Do you feel good about the win? How do you feel? How you feel about
I
the win?
feel I feel I feel real good. It was nice. It was very nice. To see that finally. How many road games did we win last year?
Wow, we didn't. We didn't.
We won one.
Okay, Ohio State.
Yep, the important one. But in the other place we did bad. We went
Yeah.
into a hostel. I know we went to Oklahoma first, Bryce, but Bryce looked more comfortable on
Yes.
the road.
Yeah.
And like I told somebody early in the week, the more he get comfortable on that road, the more dangerous he becomes. Because once he learns that, he be good. So do you believe in progress?
Yes. I
Okay.
saw it.
So some people don't. I'm just being honest here. Um, so on the road in Oklahoma, how did he look?
Looked pretty good.
How did he look today?
He looked more comfortable.
Boom. By that USC game, he's gonna be ready. You got a lighter, sir?
Yeah, I think he's this close. He's this close to hitting some of those long completions, and the Goodwin completion in the first quarter, that was a touchdown. So, and that was just a matter of Goodwin pulling the ball in.
There was some things left out there, but I like what I seen. The two wide open, they gonna capitalize on that at a time when they need to be capitalized on. But they showed us a glimpse of what it could look like.
Hmm.
So the Shamaz Morgan throw to McCulley, that was a touchdown. Then, like you said, the Godwin got to catch that too, though.
Yeah.
Them are gonna come. They gonna teach the boy. They gonna teach Bryce Underwood everything he needs to know. You can see it. You can see it coming together. You can see it.
Yeah. So when they get to that point where you could put that with the Justice Haynes running, then yeah, then they'll have something.
Hey, listen. Jordan Marshall got off today.
He did. He made some big runs. He made some real big runs himself.
Ooh, again, progress. In the first two games, Jordan Marshall didn't look good. Last week he started to get it together. This week he worked harder. It's all about progress. That O line held up well too.
Yeah, it did.
They gave up one sack compared to what? How many times did we sack Nebraska?
Well, 7, 8 times.
The only thing we need to get together is that back end.
Yes.
Once we get that back end, but I think Rob Moore is going to be. Once he get his legs under him, he's gonna be the one to get everybody in their right place. That defense is gonna look different by November
Okay.
because sometimes, but you see the depth. Shamari Earl's got he got that pass interference, but that could be cleaned up. I like what I've seen, man. It looked better than last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
They go
You
that
run
man.
that down.
The man of the hour.
I'm on Marmar's list today. I'm
Okay.
I'm in the doghouse, Doc. How are you gentlemen doing?
What?
Because you talk about that whole line. I said, what is go? Let's see what it looked like. And they held up well. They held up well. I like that.
Dom, yeah, what are your thoughts on the game?
Really fire Chip Lindsey. That's my cry today. And
really,
people telling me, well, I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, you folks could go back and watch the game film. It's funny how those running plays, 7 yards, 10 yards, and then let's get creative and let's throw out of the jumbo. Let's run out of the spread. Let's run a gadget play. Let's punt the ball. That game today should have been an extreme blowout. And Marshall and Haynes should have had combined 300 yards. Nebraska should have had about 10 points on the board. And Bryce let the play clock run down. Snapping the ball anywhere from 7 to 12 seconds on that play clock. Got to get disciplined in that regard. Otherwise, there might not have been 2 minutes at the end of the first half that gave Nebraska the ability to put 7 on the board. Sloppy performance all around. But Chip Lindsey's the root. He has to go. He has to go. It reminds me of Rich Rod trying to run that West Virginia spread with Lloyd Carr's players, refusing to adapt the game plan to the talent, just absolutely refusing, and posting one of the worst records in the history of the university. I think the worst record in the history as a head coach at Michigan. And here we have talent, but we don't have the experience. We have an offensive line that needs to gel. Therefore, instead of sticking with the running game that's easier to block, it's programmed, and using our 2 workhorse running backs for 300 combined yards. No, we want to get fancy and, let's run these plays and Bryce, he could have got his ankle twisted by the sideline. He took some serious shots today. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. When the kid's injured at the end of the year, don't look at me because I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just an old fuddy-duddy that believes in old-fashioned football. I'm not happy at all.
Okay, I did notice Bryce did get cracked by 3 guys going out near the pylon late in the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When I heard that collision, I was like, "Oh!" I thought about you, Dom.
Well, you know what, Doc? Let's put it in perspective. If I'm a college player for Nebraska, and I'm lucky if I got $10,000 in NIL money, and I see Mr. Superstar at 12.5 running down wide open, I'm going to want to light his ass up. And we got to be mindful of that. But it was funny, just, when we just run the ball, we get these big breaks for 75-yard touchdowns. I mean, hell, I seen Haynes carry the ball and like 3 Nebraska guys for a first and 10 and picked up the first down himself. So, let Bryce cook and all this and that. Yeah, that's fine, but the line isn't prepared to block the schemes that Chip Lindsey's game plan requires. And, his reluctance to deviate from that.
But they adjusted. Hey, they did good today. The O-line did good, man. I got to give the O-line credit.
There's no continuity in the play calling, Mar.
I get it. Chip Lindsey is trash.
Trash. He's got to go. He could design them, but he can't call them. How's that? Let Moore call the plays. Chip, you design them, you put the packages together, but let Moore call the plays. Somebody who understands the way football works.
Hey, we got Wisconsin next. They got 2 weeks off.
Yeah,
let's work on some things.
I'm not happy. People, I thought Auburn today, they should have covered. I believe they lost by 7.
What up,
Steven?
What's good, man? Man, hey, what's up? What's up, big man? What's up, everybody?
What's up,
so Dom was texting me, man. Dom was texting me.
Dom was pissed. He's still pissed.
Dom is like, I be like Michigan won last week, 63-3, and man, Dom. It's gonna be okay. I promise you, it's gonna be all right. I promise you, it's gonna be okay, Dom. Okay, let me ask you this, Dom. Would you rather Michigan? And I've asked Marmar this. Would you rather Michigan look like Oregon last year up into the playoff, or look 30% better than Michigan did last year each week. I'd rather Michigan look like they did last year, but 30% better, because Oregon looked unstoppable until they got stopped. So just all I'm asking you to do, just give it time. They're going to be all right. I promise they figuring it out. They're going to be all right.
Yeah,
Just
they
give it
did
time.
good, man.
You don't need time.
They have the best run. They have the best running back and the best defensive player in the country. They just do. Barham is a wrecking ball. Justice Hayes is the best running back in the country. Point blank, period.
Yeah,
He just did.
The best running back in the Big Ten. They just showed that on the stat thing.
Yeah, well, if he's the best in the country, he's the best in the Big Ten. So I mean, and they got Jason Barham. He is a game changer. It's week 4 for them. They're gonna figure some stuff out, clean some stuff up. We know Nebraska only scored about 14 points because of the refs. That's it. And well, not because of the refs. 7 points for the refs, 7 points for that Hail Mary. That's on Wink. You got to knock the ball down. Forget trying to intercept it. Knock it down. But Michigan was clearly the better team. Clearly the better team all game. Nebraska's run defense ain't that good. Nebraska was not good. They were a fraud. But Michigan still won the game. I'm not going to say Michigan shouldn't be ranked higher because they beat Nebraska. Nebraska just ain't good. But Michigan made them look worse than they were. Raiola is a Tamu. Shout out to Tamu. He's a Tamu Patrick Mahomes. He's going to do stupid stuff. And he did some stupid stuff. They wasn't even getting a lot of pressure or trying to, and they sacked the man, 8 times? Like, come on, man. Michigan's going to get better. They don't even have the best D-line, but they have more guys that can play than last year, Dom. You got to admit. And they can send a lot of people at you. The only thing they got to work on defense, in my opinion, is an open field tackle. Sometimes they take bad angles. One guy is a bad, sometimes, I forgot who it was. It was number 3. He's a bad open field tackler. They just take a certain angle. Yeah, it's like just tackle better. And they got to quit leaving tight ends open. They got to quit doing that. But other than that, we can't keep complaining every week when they're winning. We can't find every little thing to nitpick about. All respect to you, Dom, but if we nitpicking every week about something, come on, man. They learning. Let them learn.
It's basic football, Steven. It's not really nitpicking.
Right.
I mean, there needs to be management of the play clock. If the game clock is running, then run the play clock down to 1 to 2 seconds consistently. That eliminates the 2 minutes at the end of half and possibly takes that 7 points off the board for Nebraska because they didn't have the ball. Secondly, the run game was highly effective the entire day. Also, there were passing plays that were effective. Chip Lindsey lacks capacity to strategically set up his plays for, we're going to do this, and we're going to run the ball 4 times, 5 times, and sucker them in thinking, and then springing one of these plays. And then he tried to get cute with, we're going to throw out of the jumbo, and then we're going to run out of the spread. He could design plays. I'll give him that. They're there. The offensive line needs to gel better for some of the more complex passing plays. Okay. But his play calling strategy really stinks. And if I'm coaching Michigan, I'm running Haynes and Marshall till they don't want the ball anymore. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up in a pro set or a jumbo, and then I'm going to roll Bryce, and I'm going to throw the ball then. But I'm not going to line up with 3 wide receivers and try to run it up the middle. I'm not going to get cute. And the stupid bubble screens, has one of them gotten us any yards this year? He's not. The play packages, designs are good. It's just when they're called and the sequence that they're called is really piss poor. That's my take. And we should have blown out Nebraska. This game should have been like 50 to 10.
Well, here's the thing, though. We got to put some onus on the wide receivers too. They were missing passes. Like Bryce can't throw it and catch it. Like they got Goodwin, and I forgot the other guy. They got to get better. McCulley's dependable, but some of these guys be missing. I'll be like, come on, y'all. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? But what surprised me is Cole Sullivan and Jimmy Rolder. Those guys have gotten astronomically better from where they were last year, man. And last year they couldn't tackle a problem. This year they're ball hogs, and you can take 2 linebackers literally off the field and replace them with 2 linebackers just as good. Hausman got caught this game in bad positions. and somebody else got caught. I think no, whoever number 20 was on that touchdown. That's what I didn't like. That was more of a lapse. But I think that when they if you look at the second half, I don't think they got as much. I think at one point in the fourth quarter they had given up 59 second half yards. So they're figuring things out. Rob Moore was out there. As soon as he comes out there, a play was made. Mar, you called it. He's the captain of the defense. Let them get acclimated to one another more, and I guarantee they'll be just fine. They just got to get acclimated. It's going to take some time because they lost so much.
I agree with everything you're saying, Stephen, and my take is the potential's there.
Mm-hmm.
It's all there. And yes, some of it requires gelling, more time together, more cohesiveness. The biggest problems that I see is the lack, and I've said it for a while now, Chip Lindsey does not strategically call his plays. Maybe Moore needs to sit down and script 15 plays for him to call or walk him through some film. But it's like, okay, that works. Let's do something we haven't tried crazy. It's like you build for that. You build it, and he doesn't want to do that. And Bryce needs to let that clock go down to 1 to 2 seconds. Against these teams, extra time on the clock really doesn't matter. But when you're playing serious competition, you want to give them with the ball with as little time as possible, whenever it is in a quarter, a game, a half, whatever. That could be addressed. There's so much talent there. It's a lack of impatience on my part, absolutely. But Chip Lindsey, he can't. He just hasn't proven it to me yet that he could strategically call a game. Good play, good play design. Just he's calling them at the wrong time, wrong location on the field. That's my take.
So Dom, were you unhappy with the clock management at the end of the first half? Because at the end of the game, I thought that they were taking time to milk it.
They were doing it, and they got into the fourth quarter. They were doing that, but the first half it wasn't there. The third quarter it wasn't there. And I've been harping on it, so I've been paying attention to the play clock. There were times at the game where, yes, it was managed. Marmor pointed out it was managed in the first quarter. But there's times in the game it kind of lapsed. And again, the kid's 18. It's a lot to take in. He's just going to get better and better. I just think he needs some help with the play calling.
I think he got better from the Oklahoma game to the Nebraska game.
I just don't, he took some shots today.
And he got his ass up and went on trucking. And that's what we're supposed to do, take a hit and keep on trucking.
I'll leave that to Haynes and Marshall. How's that?
There was one play in that second half where Bryce ran it. Justice was blocking for him. I would have just handed it to Justice. And I don't know why they called that one.
What about let's give credit where credit is due. What about the one designed play for Bryce to carry the ball where the safeties were out and it was wide open? And I believe that was a 40-some yard run, 30-some yard run by Bryce. What a beautiful play that was. It's a matter of the play organization, when you're calling, what you're calling, and the location on the field. That needs to be improved upon by Chip. And in my opinion, it's like, why? Hey, any of you guys sit there and watch this game at any point in the second, third quarter, fourth quarter, say, why the hell did they call that? You ever question yourself that watching any of these plays? Like, why in the hell did they call that? That's what I'm getting at.
I think I know the play Big is talking about when Justice lost about 3 yards. Bryce should have pulled it and run it. I'm thinking, wow. Well, that was more Bryce not understanding the defensive setup than anything. The other play when Jordan jumped and he got hit in the air. If Bryce pulls it, he had one guy on his side. One. He's beating that guy. Bryce had nothing but pay dirt. Like, I don't understand that play call, but I think as time goes on, Bryce will understand the defense. And like I said, like you just alluded to, he's 18.
Yep.
You give him experience, he's going to tear some people up because they already can't catch him. Man, he takes such long strides. He's a big dude. When he learns deep, and I hate to say it like this, But when he learns football, meaning the game of college football, he's going to be almost unstoppable. He just is. You're not going to be able to do anything with him because is a reason he's the number one player in the country as a quarterback. Now he's not Arch Manning. He's not overrated like that. So, I mean, no disrespect to Arch, but Arch is very overrated. Bryce is absorbing everything. Thankfully, he has the best, in my opinion, the best running back in the country, Justin Haynes. And the offensive line hadn't even gelled. Like, they're not even that great. But certain plays, I do question why they call it. But I'm also looking at the receivers too. Like, okay, why aren't you all going all out for passes? Samaj played better today, but yes. Samaj can't be the focal point when it comes to the wide receiver. He's 5'8", 150 pounds. No, he's not. No, no. McCulley, Goodwin, those should be the guys. And if they or Browder, get Jamal Browder on the field, see what he can do. So I think Chip has some things he'll learn from. Now we can't complain about this. And then what if Coach Moore comes back and then all of a sudden Bryce stops running? We're gonna be mad about that. So I hope Coach Moore. The only thing I hope is that he sat at home, watched this, and said, you know what, let me get out of my own way, because sometimes that can hinder you. He's in his own way. He's thinking, well, what if Bryce gets hurt? You can get hurt in practice. You know what I'm saying? Your job is to have quarterbacks ready, have everybody ready. Next man up is literally next man up. So I think they'll learn. I think they'll learn from this and get better as coaches and go from there.
I think if Bryce is able to, if they're using him for these scheduled, designed running plays, that gives him the ability to control where he's going, make the moves, but more importantly, deliver the blow, as opposed to receiving one, as he did a couple times in the game where it got congested or struggled. It was a struggle, and he took some shots where he was a recipient. I think if they're utilizing him to run, and he's able to determine whether or not he's going to make a move or whether he's going to lower his shoulder, he's in control. And I see that being more of a benefit than him trying to make something out of nothing and getting his ankle twisted or something like that. And again, I'm going to harp on this until I see it corrected. Until Chip Lindsey is able to call the packages with strategy, I'm going to be harping on this all year. I might as well just get a mute button for me, Doc. Like, oh, Dom's bitching about Chip again. Just mute, because that's what it's going to be. He needs to get strategy in what he's doing. I just don't see it. And his game should have been a blowout. And his team could be further along than what it is. That's my take.
Well, this is my thing. So they got this bye week. We don't play Wisconsin until 2 weeks. The next week is the country concert at the Big House. So they ain't gonna play again until October. So they got these 2 weeks to get better, work on some things, get more polished. As the season get on, you start seeing people get better at the end of the season. I believe Michigan is one of them teams where people go be like, watch out. Another thing, if they win that game against Wisconsin, because Michigan had a bad season last year, even though we beat Ohio State, Alabama, and Northwestern in the last 3 games with great defense, and that came together. Our offense became manageable because Jerome Moore fixed some things. But if they win that game and be 4-1, they're going to, they're going to start believing that they can do that. And when they start believing, that's where that confidence come back from the 3-year run that we had with the Big Ten. That confidence start to come back. And then now that's a problem. Now you don't want to play a Michigan team with 4 wins, bounce back from their loss, and that'll be what, 2 wins in a row, 3 wins in a row. So they'll be on a 3-game winning streak. They start feeling themselves. That's a good thing. especially with Bryce. He start feeling himself. If he goes off in that Wisconsin game, because like I said, he's gonna get better every game. I think he got better. He was I understand he went off on Central Michigan. I mean, anybody would uh, of that caliber of talent. But what I'm saying is he looked better than he did when he was on the road at Oklahoma. He felt more comfortable on this road trip. And like I said to everyone this past week, if Bryce start getting more comfortable and more comfortable on that road, that's going to be a dangerous Michigan team with that run game, with that defense.
I feel y'all. I'm gonna drop on down. I got to finish cleaning up. But good. Thank you for having me up. As always, Big Dom. Y'all will not text or call you a little bit later. More, I'm gonna hit y'all the same. Y'all in the chat, like the video, share and subscribe. As always, donate to the channel, man. Go blue. It's all love, man. Y'all
Thank
take
you,
it easy.
Steve, bro.
All right, thanks, Doc. Yeah, I'm
Oh yeah, and buy the book. Big has a book.
Oh.
Buy the book. Buy the book. Show them the book, Big. Where the book at?
Oh, it's right here.
Buy the book. Show them. Y'all buy. Make sure you buy the book. Christmas. You don't have to buy it today. Buy it tomorrow, but buy it. Support Mr. Big. He got. Hey, support it. We got to support each other. We family. Buy the book.
Steven.
Buy the book. Buy the book.
Steven.
No doubt.
What's the name of your
Sir?
channel again, Steven? I mean, you should give it a shout because you got some good stuff on there, especially the shorts. I've already learned some things. It's never too old to learn new stuff.
At SDB 1218. I'm a personal trainer, and I show my clients. So at SDB 1218, and I do videos on just different things regarding how to exercise properly, not looking at Instagram and stuff. How these people be lying to y'all, and you know how to do stuff the right way. The older we get, you know, and mental health is physical health, and physical health is mental health. So I try to focus on that and how to stay healthy. But yeah, thank you, SDB 1218. Buy the book, support Dom's channel, support Marmar, support this channel, support all the Michigan channels, no Ohio channels. We don't support them. All right, man, go blue.
Take care, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
I'm gonna check out as well, Doc. I appreciate you guys having me.
Okay, and, before you go, Dom, looks like we have a Husker fan here. It says, congratulations, Wolverines fans. You beat us in the trenches, and that's where the game is won, lost. Dylan holds the ball too long, and his throwing motion is slow. Dom, I'm going to pay attention to the rhythm of the game, the rhythm of the plays that Chip calls. I thought that there were so many other self-inflicted wounds that the Wolverines, the drop balls, the penalties. I thought that Brandon Hillman penalty was huge.
Yes, when you look at the rhythm, Doc, consider, is that rhythm affecting the flow of the continuity to catch the ball? It just, there's no rhythm, continuity, however you want to put it, in the play calling. I mean, let me put it this way. I'm going to use seduction, okay? If I want to seduce a female, I'm not going to go straight to a home run, right? I'm not going to get a home run unless I get to first base, right? You ain't getting the second or third unless you get to first base. But you want that home run, right? And that's Chip Lindsey, man. It's like, stop with trying to swing it out of the park. Build to them plays, and the team is getting into the flow of it. It's too herky-jerky, man. It's like, I'd love to know your take on it, Doc, when you watch the film. I really would.
All right. Thank you, Dom.
All right, thanks for having me. Pen Game, good seeing you, sir. I'm interested to hear your take. Go
yes,
blue.
Sir. Good seeing you, Dom, man.
The team has potential to be great. It could be better than what it is right now, and it's not the kid's fault. It's the coach's fault. That's my take. Love you guys.
All right.
Yeah, he's stubborn.
Gonna hang out for another 15 minutes. Pen Game, what's your take on the game? Welcome.
Well, thank you for having me, man. I really, as we said here on this very show, I said it would be defensive line, offensive line, and we're gonna run the ball. I also said that we would win by two scores, which we should have. Take that Hail Mary off the board, and maybe a little hiccup on offense or whatnot, and we should have won this game by two scores. I actually thought we could have before seeing any action today. I thought we could have put up 40 on the board. They did everything I thought they were needed to execute. You got a young freshman quarterback on the road. You want to get up early and get them into passing downs, which is exactly what Michigan did. And now they're focusing away from their running game, and they're trying to get back into the game. And I thought that rhythm put Wink in the position to start dialing up what he needed to. And as far as what Dom was speaking about on the offensive play calling, I think that is predicated to Bryce, still finding his way in the passing game. I think Chip is trying to get the rhythm for the offensive play calling. And then the running game, there's a good rhythm there. You can see the rhythm with the running game. Everything's popping because, once again, you got Bryce running. It opens up everything for everybody else, which is what we're seeing. So special teams also came in real good. 56-yarder from Dominic Zabata. Welcome back. And Cole Sullivan jumping off
To
the
the
screen.
party.
Yeah, Cole Sullivan jumping off the screen.
Ooh, dog.
More
Hey,
got
Benny
TJ
got
guys
busy
back.
too.
Benny is back.
Benny, yeah, he got 2 sacks.
Guys are playing great, and that's how we're going to win games this year. I think this team that we saw today is going to can win us at least 9 more Big Ten games. So that'll have us getting close to 10 wins this year. Before the matchup in November. So we could got a lot to build on. Bye week coming up. Those guys are going to go in there and work on those receiver and quarterback plays and get their feet established, get their rhythm. And that's going to improve week in, week out. What we need to see every week is that running game, the offensive line, the defensive line, and the growth of the secondary still continuing with those 2 freshmen out there.
You
Man,
can see it though. You can
Dotson and
see it.
Sanders, man. I mean, what two freshmen out there playing wonderful ball, man. And I mean, it's just beautiful to watch.
Yes. And they gonna build on that for these next 2 weeks. They gonna go out there and shut down Wisconsin.
Yep.
Hmm. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. So bye week next week, and then Wisconsin comes to the Big House. So, hey, it's a road win. A win is a win.
Yeah.
They certainly earned
He
it, and I
got his
think
first road win. How you think that boy, young man, feeling right now?
Ready to go on the whole tear for the rest of the season. He's
Because
probably
now he
like,
got his
man, I
first
didn't even,
road win in college.
and he's
In
probably
college, he
thinking,
got his.
all right, Keegan,
I'm
I'm
a,
gonna get you. I'm gonna get you in here at the end.
yep, you can slide him in. I was gonna say Bryce is probably thinking, man, I could have played a lot better today, and I got my first, so that's he's probably seeing where the game slowed down enough where he can go back on film, look at the things that he missed or that wasn't there. And I'm just going to see him a steady improvement out of that passing game week in, week out. We just kind of got to be a little patient about what we're seeing in that passing game, not the drops, just the stuff relating to Bryce. For those drops, they got to clean those up.
Yeah, pen game. If McCulley doesn't step out of bounds, if Goodwin pulls that ball in, we're kind of having a different conversation now, right?
Yes.
I think that was still a catch.
Oh, McCulley.
Yeah, I still think that was a catch, man. I watched it too, and I'm like, bro, that tip of the foot was right there on the line, just right there,
Well,
just right
they're going
there.
to look
It
at
was
that. Mar, they're going to look at that play anyway. Like the Jordan Marshall touchdown last week versus CMU that got called back.
Yep.
Saw something similar to that today. Now, didn't you? They're going to go back to that McCulley just because it was out of bounds. It didn't count as a play, But they're looking at that like, hey man, we connected on that play. That's a successful play. So yeah, let's keep that in the play. Let's keep expanding on that.
So yeah, I like that Bryce was aggressive. He wasn't afraid to. He wasn't shy about throwing the ball down the field. So I think going forward, he's just going to build on that. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Keegan?
I can hop in there and comment on that. I agree with Pen Game. Like, we were kind of the reason we started Bryce. Like the reason some of us wanted him to start earlier on, like before we knew the Keene situation, is because it gets you ready for the playoff, and the hope is that Bryce is going to be ready by the time we get to the playoff. If we do get to the playoff, which if we keep winning games, we're going to be right there. So that's kind of, I think that's what we're seeing is we're seeing the freshman mistakes, and it's hard to watch at times, but he's flashing, and it opens up the offense. You saw the running game consistency was there because we're using the quarterback differently. So there was a lot of encouraging takeaways. They're using,
Facts, Keegan.
yeah,
Facts.
they're using Bryce. The run game is consistent now and explosive. The run blocking was better, although there's still lots to clean up there. Um, but like outside of, they should have called timeout in the first half, and Nebraska would have had to punt. So that's one touchdown, and then the 3 points where it was 4th and 17, and uh, Hill, or no, what's his name? Brandon
Hillman,
Hillman.
Hillman.
Yeah, he taunts the crowd. So that's 10 points. And not only that, that 3 points, you get Michigan has the ball, so we could have kept the momentum going, and we could have put them away right there. So I mean, I think you know, uh, that was a blowout. That was a
Yep.
blowout game. It's disappointing in output, but it's a win, and there's a lot of encouraging takeaways. It shows that if we develop throughout the year, we can be a playoff team. So that was kind of what we were hoping to see, although some of the results weren't there yet, but we wanted to see if we had a chance, and it looks like we do.
I think that sums it up perfectly, Keegan.
Yeah, Keegan, I agree, man. I think that those guys, they want to go out there and execute flawlessly. But and I know, coaches, they love to have a couple mistakes in that. And you want to win the game, but they love, that's like showing up to work with nothing to do. So the fact that guys made mistakes, you still got the win. Now, now that's stuff to do at work. Now we got to correct those things. So that's going to give them plenty of time with an extra week of prep before Wisconsin. I'm expecting to see everything that you expound on improved and flowing like a well-oiled machine by the time we are having this after-game conversation in 2 weeks.
And the linebackers are looking just fine without Barham. Like, I love that edge pressure he's bringing.
Cole
Um,
Sullivan is Cole Sullivan is making him step up, and that's
and
as
Rolder's
long as
playing
he's
fine
willing
too.
to do it. He had a
Ro-
great game today.
he's playing solid, and so if we can, work in Sullivan throughout the year, I mean, he's a rising star to me.
I think you got to have Sullivan on the field, man. Sullivan
It's
is a
still a
baller.
little early though. I think. I mean, I agree with you. I wouldn't mind him seeing him play all game, but I think it's still a little early.
They'll probably do situational football, with him if they see something and throughout the week that he exploits, you'll see him in, and if it's situational football, we'll see him in. But as long as he keeps stepping up and making those plays that are changing games, that guy's going to be out there on that field.
Yeah, I think Rolder's a better tackler at this point in the year. I don't know if that's because he needs more time building muscle, or if I don't know what that is, but I think Rolder's a better tackler.
Yeah, upperclassmen should always be better tacklers or something's wrong. So that's a good take. Roder, I mean, the guy may not have lateral footness or footness, excuse me, quickness with his feet, but he's a solid linebacker. Stuck his nose in there. Got a lot of assisted tackles that help get guys down today. Gonna need him going forward. We need Roller to stay healthy. So I like that these other guys are stepping in playing. It takes a lot less strain on him because I want a guy like that who's had a history of injuries to stay healthy throughout the year.
Yeah, and I know y'all are trying to wrap up, but just like last thing for me on the receivers, looked like Samaj had 2 drops and Goodwin had 2 drops. It might be time to give Goodwin less minutes or something. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do. Bryce has to take some speed off the ball, some power off the ball on shorter passes in some situations, but the drops are a problem. I mean, maybe get Marsh more involved, but Marsh commits dumb mistakes. I mean, I don't mind the Browder take that somebody said earlier. I thought that Browder would get some play
What about
later on in the
Simpson, man?
season.
Simpson.
What's
I
up?
mean, God, what's Simpson doing? I mean,
Yeah,
is anybody saying like it's time to let guys start, even if guys aren't performing? I just had this conversation. There's such thing as practice players and game players. Maybe Simpson's a game player. Let's give him the opportunity to see if he's a game player and stop just going by practice. Like we need to see
yeah.
who gets out there and plays and get Simpson a shot because we don't got nothing in receivers with these missed balls.
Simpson's quick. Like when he gets on the field, you can tell. So I wouldn't mind getting him more involved. I honestly, at this point, I'm thinking Joe Taylor, Peyton O'Leary, people that's going to catch the ball.
Definitely O'Leary. O'Leary, if we having pass catching problems, man, put O'Leary in the game, man. Put Mr. Columbus in the game, man. Scraping it up off the carpet. That guy deserves to get a little bit of run.
Yeah. We'll see. That's what I got, guys. I appreciate y'all doing this and taking my call.
All right, Keegan.
Okay, thank you, Keegan.
No
All right,
blue, baby.
Go Blue.
all right. You guys have anything else? Thank
I'm
you.
it.
Thank you for
I'm
coming up.
done on that. I'm gonna close out with you guys on this one. I'm done, man. Go blue, 3-1, going into the bye week. Successful suspension, 2-0 during the suspension. Welcome back, Coach Moore.
All right, thank you, Pen Game.
All right, see you guys.
All right, brother.
All right, Mar Mizzle. How about you? You got anything else?
Man, I'm good, man. I like what I've seen. I see the progress. Let's go.
All right, all right. Yeah, we'll talk offline.
All right, yeah. Appreciate
All
you.
right, thanks for coming up.
Yep.
All right, everyone. Well, since Steve mentioned it, I might as well advertise it. I did write a sports related book about what sports teach you about life as a young person. If you're interested in getting a signed copy from me, so in the hardcover for 27 and the paperback for 22, just send me. You can use one of those payment methods there. You can use one of those payment methods there, and just send me your mailing address. My email address is in the description box. So I'm actually going to be vending and selling this at a conference this week. So thank you, Steve. Thank you, Doc, for that. And the Fab Five are in that book, and Jim Harbaugh, Coach Harbaugh, he's in that book as well. All right, everybody. Good win, Wolverines. There are things to clean up. I can't wait to watch Johnny Olden's post-game reaction. I'm sure he's going to have Brandon Hillman in there and the dropped balls and the pass interference, and maybe he'll get on Chip Lindsey about the play calling rhythm the way Dom did. But overall, it was a good win. It was good to start. It's good to start Big Ten play with a victory on the road. Bryce, yeah, that's good for him to feel that, to handle that in a hostile environment. And I agree with the guys. If we see improvements every week, there's no reason this shouldn't be an at-large playoff team. If Michigan doesn't win the Big Ten title, if this team continues to improve, there isn't a reason why they shouldn't be in the discussion for an at-large bid for the college football playoff. So with that, I'm going to play a word from Brady, and then I'm going to wrap the stream up.
We understand what Michigan football means and what Michigan football is. We will always be about the team at Michigan. This is never going to be about Brady Hoke.
I need a Sharon Moore drop. Let's see if he gives us something throughout the season. All right, everybody. Good win, Wolverines. Go blue. As always, remember that your attitude determines your altitude. Always try to do your best. Take care, and I will talk to you the next time. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. Go blue. Bye-bye.